can I tell if I'm live? It says I'm live already. It says I'm live on. Am I live on YouTube? All right. I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't think anyone's watching me. So, oh, oh, Simon, you hear me, bro? Do you hear me? Do you think sound good? You can hear? Do you hear music too or no? Can you hear music, Maji? Yeah? Okay, is anything too loud, like my voice or the music too loud, or does everything sound normal? F the club up. Yo, drop a like. Am I right, bro? Are you watching? Okay. Malcolm's in there. Okay, we got some people. Okay, 4 people. All right, bro. If we got people watching, let's get on it, right? Okay. Uh, Tell me if things don't sound right or if it's too loud, too little. You know, I'm new here. Okay, I'm new here. All right, we're gonna mark up the charts, support and resistance, ask questions as we're doing it. We'll see what happens. I might just stream for a little bit. It's more of a test run over here. All right. Guess I could close that window. All right, let's get right to it. First thing I'm looking for are the levels. Okay. If anybody knows how I trade, you know I'm. What is that? Nightbot and Stream Elements are fighting. Damn. I got 2 bots running. Okay. A little too loud. What? The music's too loud or my voice? My voice? How's that? Is that better? Testing, testing. Okay. Let me know if it's still too loud. I lowered my music. Okay, got it. Is that better? Is that better? Can we hear a different song? Oh my God, bro. Let me mark up the chart and then we'll get into it. But yeah, this music should keep changing, right? Smells good in here. Hey, look, as soon as we start trading, we got a little more smoke. So let's get it, right? This is a little night stream here. I got some, you can see here a bunch of my, the accounts below that I'm going to be trading. They're mostly evals I'm going to trade right now because normally I'm not trading at night and definitely not streaming trading at night. So I don't want to do something silly on a funded, but we're copy trading. So let's just see what happens, right? We're going to mark up the 30-minute and we'll get it started. And again, if something's too loud, too low, or whatever, let me know. All right, let's see. So the way I mark up my charts is I look for common closures, candle closures, 30-minute closures, or wick touches, all right? That's what I'm looking for. Simple, simple, simple. We're marking it up really pretty much around price. You see all these wick touches here. You know, pretty much just looking for price respecting a certain level. All right, we'll look for like right around here too, right? You see we got a bunch of wick touches up here. We're gonna go for that too, put that right there. And let's see, it should look, we should be ready now to see if we can get into some trades. And I'll also explain what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh shoot, I gotta log into an account here to do my trades, right? Let me do that. So I'm gonna change the screen real quick while I do that, right? Give me 1 second. Let me log into, let me just log into this account. What are we gonna do? We'll do a My Funded Futures on this one. Give me 1 second. Just logging in on Trade-O-Bait. All right, we'll put it on this one. Okay. All right, guys. So we're gonna be copy trading these accounts down here. For the most part, I might take some trades on, if I'm not loving the trade, I might take some trades separately on an account, but you'll see price moving over here, right? Okay, so right now it's 940. I'll tell you what I'm liking here. I like how price came up and respected, came back down almost as a fake out, try to get you, and then closed back in the range on the 5. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is really price to come back up and fill this range down. So this is how I'm looking to enter this trade. I'm looking for price to come down, pretty much test these EMAs, and then I'm planning on putting a buy stop on the break of that candle high, pretty much something like this. But I want price to come down a little bit more, pretty much. I'd like price to come down here before I actually get into this trade, okay? So I'm not in a trade yet. We'll also be doing some ICTs. I don't have an order out yet on a trade, but I am liking, I just want a little bit more of a push. 941, no crazy times. Let's take a little, I'm gonna put a buy stop here. We'll see if we can really want this this low taken before I get in this buy, before I activate the buy. See, I'm not in it yet. I'm not in it yet. We'll see if price runs without me right now and I miss it. This was like the first trade on the first 5-minute candle, so if we do miss a trade here or something, we'll catch the next one. But right now I kind of want price to come down here before I put in this buy stop. So but here I've got my support and resistance marked out, and I'm pretty much just looking for closures. So we trade the 5-minute for the most part. Now I also have a scalping, you know, strategy I use. Oh, look at that go now, right? 818 be up 20 points over there, my G's. We'll catch you next. But yeah, that would have been a nice 20-pointer over there. But you know, I really wanted price to come a little bit lower before getting in it, and I didn't want to like get wicked in and then price to come down and then for it to turn up and then me sit in drawdown for 20 points, right? Wanted to avoid that, especially just hopping on the stream. And I'm like, just hopping a trade, jump on it, right? Like it's a little, like we got to pump them brakes, right? You know? So let's see. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people are watching here, but like, what do you got? You guys trade futures, Forex, you know, like profitable, not profitable, seeing what's going on, learning, curious, accidentally came here, like, you know, let me know in the chat while we wait for another setup over here. I'm still down to get into this trade, by the way, if we can get price to come back down here. If price really broke this high here, I'd cancel this trade and we wait for the next one. Pokemon cards. Okay. Well, look, so I trade off the 5-minute, right? It's not as exciting as the 1-minute, especially if you're streaming for people.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Um, okay, normally during regular trading hours, same. I'm also mostly NQ, a little bit of gold here and there, but mostly NQ, and normally my trading hours are like maybe from 8 a.m. to 2, 2:30, depending. Um, 15-minute levels and entries on 1 to 3 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, nice. I do, so it's very similar. I'm 30-minute levels, entries on the 5. Sometimes I drop to a 1, but for the most part, 5. And this looks like it would have been good. It's just, the problem was it was like I didn't want to like feel froggy, right? And just jump right into this trade right when I joined the stream, even though it's a nice setup, right? We got wick rejections over here. We're looking for price to just push this way up, right? But yeah, at this point I could cancel that because it doesn't look like I'm going to get in it. I mean, look, I'm still down to get in. If the price comes back down here, I would still put that buy stop back. But right now we're just waiting. We'll see what happens here. Bryce, thank you, thank you. Doing good, doing good. You know, we're trying out a little test stream here. We're going to see if we can catch a couple trades on some evals, see if we test some fundeds here. We'll see what's going on. D. Eller, yes. XAU with Don Vo back in the day, 100%. That's where I learned everything. I learned it all from Don Vo, man, 100%. Good to know other Don Voians are still out there trading and doing their thing. 1 minute, wow, first 2 hours open. Yeah, listen, that's great, man. That's great. I mean, if you're profitable, trade in the 1 minute. You know, everyone's got a different strategy a little bit, and I say if you are profitable, no one can tell you not anything, right? If you're a profitable trader, I got to change this music a bit. Sorry. If you're a profitable trader, like who could talk about your strategy? I don't care if you like follow moon signs, you follow whatever you might follow. If you're a profitable trader, I'm gonna put a limit order here just in case we get this pushed down here. Oh, look at that, insta fill. Insta fill. I might just take this right here. 100, 120. Let's see if we can get a full 10 points over here. 105. I'm moving my stops. I am not losing money on my first trade on stream, my G's. It's 10 points right there. 10 points, 11 points, whatever. Let's see. Just give me my 200. Let me go. I might just close this out here. All right. There we go. Okay. What'd I get? 9 points. Okay, first trade. First trade. All right. You saw it, but you guys saw what I was looking for, right? I'm still kind of anticipating price to move up here. I'm still anticipating this move. Did anything trade on that? Only that top account. I should be doing some copy trading, but it's like I'm just starting to stream and it's at night, and then I copy trade, and if I mess up, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll feel like a goof. I'm still liking the buy over here, by the way, but I'm gonna let this candle breathe. Another thing I always stay away from are hourly candles. Okay, so like that last 5 minutes of the hour, the first 3, 4, 5 minutes of that candle, I just stay away from it. Just because, like, you know, like I don't have big stops, right? Like I don't need a candle to do some crazy hourly shit like this, right? What was that? Which candle is this? Look at this. This is the 9 o'clock candle. Like, I don't need to be in a trade for this, right? Like, that's not what I'm looking to get played in. I like these. I like these candles. See, 815, 820, right? These are nice and cute. Look, this guy's already 805. Look at that 8 o'clock candle, right? These are things I just stay away from. Like, you know, like I wanna feel. You use RSI, Confluence, and Durham Divergence. Wow, nice deal. What firms do you trade with? You see right here, down here, I'm trading right now. I've got funded accounts with Apex, Tradeify, Lucid, TPT, My Funded Futures, and E8 right now. Right here there's fundeds in there too, but there's also evals in there, and I want to get my evals out the way. So like if I would have held, right, I'd still be in that trade, right? We'd be up like 15 points here. So maybe somebody else over here is still in it. I know I'm not. You saw why, right? I was just like, bro, you know. But look, don't get it twisted, right? A 9 point trade. 8-point trade. That's 160 bucks, like in one candle, one 5-minute candle. Like you catch 3 of those in an hour and you're copy trading, you're making some great money. Tradeify Lucid E8 only at the moment. Nice, nice. Yeah, I actually have, I could request actually 2 payouts on Tradeify right now, but I have a third Tradeify account there. Let me pull it up. I have a third Tradeify account, and ideally, here you go. Let me show everybody what I got. So yeah, that's what I got. I got a third trade. Oh, hold on. Could you see? How do I move? There you go. I got a third Tradeify account here, and this guy I want to get the payout into. So really, I could take out 4K right now. I could take out 4K. The problem with this and what the consistency issues are, like, you know, if there's a 20% consistency rule, right? And I think I made a grand here on like one of the days. Yeah, 992. So because I made 992, my consistency is 49.63. So I kind of need to really take some moves here because I got to go up to 5 grand in profit in order to get my payout here. So we'll see. Maybe this weekend I'll take the money here, but we'll see. You know, so I could take out 4K here on Tradeify. So big fan with Tradeify, definitely. But yeah, Lucid, I could pull that up too. I could take 2 payouts with Lucid too, my G's. You know, sometimes I wait a bit, like if I'm close on the other ones, and it's like, let me just take them out together, you know, it feels a little bit better. So I got 2 Lucid accounts right now, and you see I can take a payout on both of them too. So that's where I'm at. So right now I've got some fundeds, I got some money I could take out, but I'm going to see probably by this weekend, but I'd like to get my funded future is close to get a payout. It actually might be payout out. No, it's one more day. I need one more day of 150 to get a payout with my funded futures. And that's when I want to just take out like 5 payouts from 5 different firms at once. You know what I mean? Some support and resistance type negative RR stuff, you know? So yeah, this is, you know, I don't know if anyone's still in that, if anyone took it. Like I said, I still like it coming up here. It's 950 though, so chances of me taking a trade before 10, iffy, not for sure, you know. I also want to do some of my ICT scalping, which I usually do off the 15-minute. Okay, this scalping technique that I do, I mainly do it on evals because look, it is dangerous, right? But it's profitable, it works. You just need to have your rules in check so that you know which candles stay away from. But I'll give you just the short of it, the real short wrapped up in a little ball without any details of like things I look for to stay away from is on a 15-minute candle after about 3 minutes into it. So I wait till there's like 12 minutes or less left. The candle body itself I'm looking for to be at least 20 points, which, you know, at that time, by the way, at that time. And then what I'll normally start to do is put, as long as it's got a little bit of wicks going, I'll put a sell limit on the top or a buy limit at the bottom, depending where price is, like which way it looks like it's going to go for first. And I'm just aiming for 4 points, risking about 25 points. Okay, so that's like 5 to 1 RR, the worst you ever heard of probably, right? But the win rate on that is probably like 19 out of 20, 18 out of 20, right? So as long as you stick to your rules, you have your rules to try to stay away from trouble, you know, you use it as a confluence or something like that, you could really make some money like that, and I'll hopefully show some of that in a bit. You know, we'll see if we can. I know in this chat right now there's that Sam is in there. Sam's Viral Shorts. He trades that little Ike CT 15-minute scalping tech. Yo, Sam, if you're still in that chat, you catch any trades today? You in anything? You make any moves? Negative R, police comfort. They always do. Here, here, I'll show you. You know, I'm negative RR and proud. Here, I'll show you my profile. Here Here's on Twitter. Look at my my license plate. Worst RR, right? Not just negative RR. Worst RR. Oh, by the way, tomorrow I'll be streaming with my funded at 10:30 or 10 o'clock actually. I think tomorrow. I think it changed, but so yeah, worst RR. But listen, when you're depositing, when you're getting payouts, there's nothing on the payout saying what your RR is, right? When you got money going to your bank account, they're not asking you what your RR is, right? So who cares what the RR is, right? Who cares if it might look ugly, if it's not like an amazing trade? If you're constantly getting money and getting paid, even though it's an 8-point trade, right? But bro, copy trading this, multiple accounts, you know, it's all about payouts, exactly. And once you get the payouts, you can't argue, right? So what? Someone who doesn't get payouts but trades a super high RR is going to argue with my super negative RR when I'm getting payouts. It's like, what you trying to do, right? Are you trying to be the best candlestick RR predictor, or are you trying to get the most payouts? So let's see, you know, it's almost 10, so I'm probably going to wait at least 10 minutes before another trade. But look what's happening to the price here, right? Can I back up a bit on this? Just so I have the, yeah, look at that. Bro, would have been lovely, but I got scared. All right, I can admit it. I got a little scared. But nice trade for anyone who had the cojones to hold that trade the whole time, you know? Yeah, it would have been nice. And I still, like I said, I still think this will go all the way up here, but at this point in time, because of the literal time, you know, I gotta wait because 10 o'clock could just be some crazy, you know, where we could still go up here and take this high and take these highs even, but maybe we'll do a quick scoopity doopity of this guy before taking that high, you know? I just don't want to be there for that. Like, I don't want to be in a buy going up and then we just fly down 30 points, take me out, and then one super candle like this followed by another super candle going up, you know? Like, who needs that? What else we got on the music, right? Let's see. Bless you. Am I going to trade it Asia regular? Maybe. You know, it's like, let's see. You know, maybe I can get in a couple hours a night, 1 or 2 hours a night, get a couple more trades because, you know, one of the issues is like oftentimes I'm not having a lot of time to trade. Like I could get my few trades in throughout the day, but like, you know, I wouldn't mind maybe catching a few more trades at night. So it's definitely something I might do. You know, like today was kind of a little spontaneous, but if, you know, it goes well and, you know, easy to do, easy to start, easy to finish, like why not, right? As long as the weather's nice, you know, we're outside. All right, so yeah, so right now prices consolidating, which again, I like consolidating prices. I do like this. You know, when you start seeing every time price touches a certain point, it just bounces, even if it's for 10 points, 15 points. You see some stuff like that where it's like, look, every time price comes around here, it flies up, right? Even though that's 30 points, it's enough money to make. 25 points is enough money. Every time price comes here, it flies down, right? So what I like to play the range like over here is when this is happening, I use stop orders, right? I'm not guessing it's going to come down here. So I do something like put a sell stop over here. So if price comes down, it will activate me and hopefully take me all the way down there. If price keeps going, because right, eventually it will break out, right? We don't know which way, but eventually it's not going to just stay in this range, right? So I don't want to be in a sell limit over here, get activated, and price just keeps running, right? But if I have the sell stop, I might not get as beautiful of as an entry, but I'll protect, I'll stay away from possible losses. So hopefully I could ride the range until it just keeps running without me, but that trade I never end up getting into. You know, I have the stop order, so I never even get up into it. So, you know, normally I like these wick rejections a little bit more on like a little more accurately on a 15-minute, but on a 5-minute too, especially when you see them piling up. You know, this is a nice rejection area. If it was like 7:45 or even like 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, you know, anything. But now it's about to be 10 o'clock. So, you know, things just sometimes get weird on that hourly. Yeah, because it would be nice to catch a little Ike CT maybe with these little scalp on copy trading all these evals, you know. But yeah, I need we gotta wait. Right. Yeah, so like at this point, it's about to be 10. I'll probably wait at least till like 10:04 or so to get into a trade if I see it, but I'll probably wait at least 2-3 minutes here. All right, Malcolm, thanks for coming through. See you next time. Thanks for coming through. 4 a.m. your time. Damn. All right, so let's see what we can still make happen here. Let's see. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. Yep. Okay. So yeah, well, let's see. Okay, we got the 10 o'clock handle. I'm still liking the buy, man. Especially, I just want to see where this closes. So if this could still respect, come down here, not close below, I would put a buy stop around here or so, maybe same entry almost as before, and try to ride it right back up. Let's see. If price can come down here, I'll put the buy stop. Okay, we're moving. One more like break at a low, and I'll put a buy stop. All right, we're in it. I should have waited for a break and a pullback, and then put the buy stop like now, after this, because you know how that happens, right? Candle pushes up, flips the candle green for a second, and then flips back, right? Like I should have waited for that flip, really. But okay. Let's see. If it flips again, I know I'd be in it no matter what. Okay, so I'd be in this trade regardless at this point. About to take this, guys. 205, that's 10 more points. Uh-oh. Okay, what I got? Okay. Maybe I should have just X'd it instead of moved that thing. Okay. I could get back in it. That's the truth. Could get back in this one more time. Let's see. Oh boy. What's going on here? I didn't see what was happening. Okay, well, we made money on it, but okay, we're up 330 so far, right? We've been, how long we been streaming for? About an hour. Okay, we're up 330 in an hour. It's not bad. Yo, Tyler Trades, how we doing, Tyler? Damn, I'm still learning how to work this whole thing. So I guess you're talking to me through Twitter. See, I'm like, I'm old, man. I'm a boomer. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, look, we're doing all right, right? We're in this account here. Um, took a couple trades so far. I think they might have all gone a hit TP, but I've been closing them early, like taking my scalps here, right? Looks like they all probably would have hit TP. The 3 different trades we took so far. We're up 330 on this account, and we've been streaming for. We've been I'm streaming on YouTube right now, Tyler. So I'm using this Restream program or a free app, and they let you stream in multiple places. So I'm streaming in these 2 right now. Yeah, this would have been a nice. Yeah, so this one would have hit, and then the trade before was like this one, right? Okay, it would be close. Okay, but look, the point is that we've been only trading for 30 minutes, right? Or 35 minutes, whatever it is, and we're up, we're up 300 and change, right? Like, so that's what counts, right? Like 30 minutes, we're up 300. If we were copy trading, yeah, either one, man. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it. So, okay, so this is what I'm seeing right now. This is where we're looking. Okay, we got these rejections going. Oh, we don't need that. We got some rejections happening here, right? Price comes in here, we bounce up, right? Now I know what people will say, right? Like, bro, that's not a range, right? Where is this from? 840 to 810, 30 points? Yeah, bro, what's wrong with 30 points? And I'm not even gonna catch the whole 30. That's the crazy part, is I would only be looking. Hey. In it. Yeah, so I never really stream, but I'm trying one out tonight, see how it goes, because maybe I'll pop on at nights and, pop a couple quick scalps like this and have a quick smoke, you know? So, yeah, so this is a 30-point range, right? So I know 30 point for real traders doesn't sound like a lot, right? But, okay, I'm not a real trader. I just get payouts, right? So I am looking for 6 points, 8 points, 10 points, maybe 30 points if it happens quick like this guy. But I'm okay with a 30-point range right now. Now, so right now I'm gonna wait for some closures. It's 10 o'clock, 10:06. We'll probably stream another like 20 minutes or so, so like a nice hour-long dealio, and see how we end up here. If I can catch some, I really want to do some of my 15-minute scalps on these accounts. But I need these candles to be a little bit bigger and a little bit more motion in them right now, really, So we'll see if we catch that. Because I like these 15-point candles for me to do my scalping. I really want them to be at like at least 20 points the body by like when there's like 10 minutes left, like a third of the way through. And like this one's now at 827. It really was never even 20 points, the body. So like, and it's halfway through with this candle, so it just wouldn't work for me. But look, let's see what happens. We're back into this range here. If we can go into this yellow, I'm down for another buy stop, right? Like, let's see what we can, let's see. All right, so look, we got a buy stop over there. Price is coming through here. So look, I'm not just buying here, right? Because eventually price is going to keep going one way or the other, right? So I'm not going to guess that we're just going to keep turning around, because eventually I'll be wrong, right? So if I have this buy stop, and let's say price comes down and maybe even breaks through here, I'll probably cancel this order and wait for another candle. You wish I was going all the way up there. So we'll see. And if I don't get filled in the next 40 seconds or so too, I'll probably wait for a closure. You know, wait for another candle to happen here. Oh, yo, Tyler, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Tyler. Yeah, for sure. I did another video today, I think, on TikTok or on Twitter. Yeah, another 20 seconds, I'm gonna probably cancel this trade, even though it's legit. Like, if we turn around here, you know, but look, see, we are testing, so let's see. I think I gotta wait for a closure just to be a responsible trader. I gotta be a good influence to the kids, you know? So look, I'm canceling that trade. Just because we came down here, there's like a minute left in this candle. It's like, let's be safe, right? Look, so I'd be in this trade right now. If I didn't cancel it, I'd be in this trade right now. I don't regret when this happens. You know, like, there's plenty of trades I cancel that end up hitting TP. Doesn't matter. I'm not after like what we could, maybe, should have. Stick to what you got. You don't be a pig about it. Make a couple $100 trading, and you move on. Of course, there's going to be trades you let get away, but there's also, you got to pay attention how many trades you cancel that would have lost, right? Because if you're going to lose that trade, like, don't just focus on the ones that would have turned into winners. Like, how many of those trades would have actually become losers? You know, so even if this flips right now and hits TP, it's fine. We're waiting on another candle. I'm going to see what this next candle does. Yeah, I usually trade on TradingView, unless I'm trading like with a, you know, ATM, you know, preset take profit and losses. Then I'll use NinjaTrader. So I have NinjaTrader open right now. You see, you know, below me right here. So I've got NinjaTrader open and I have a NinjaTrader chart open. So if I want to do some of my scalping where I have a fixed profit target and stop loss, I'll execute it on NinjaTrader, but I could still watch it on TradingView. You know, it will still show up here. Like if I place an order, you'll see it pop up on this chart, even if I'm doing it on NinjaTrader, you know. But yeah, I just like trading on TradingView. I don't know why. It's easy to mark up. It's easy to like. It just works for me. I mean, I like Top Step too. What do we got going on here? Let me put on some different music here again. You know, I just I just pressed YouTube and let it go. Let's see. Okay, I mean, we'll just see what happens here. So yeah, look, this trade would have been a beaut, right? We'll catch the next one, because now here's the problem. I do like another short over here if price comes through. I like short to come right back down to the yellow, right? My issue is I just feel like we got to fill this range up. You know, like to me, we're just looking like we should fill this range, right? So if we got to fill this range up, putting in a sell around here is just a little bit scary, you know, because I got my EMAs pointing up. We've got closures above. We keep respecting, right? We closed, we bounce back, and we keep respecting support over here. So it's like, I just feel like we got to come back up to 878 at some point. So I just would much rather get into another buy and wait for price to come down here instead of getting into a sell up here. You know what I'm saying? As of right now. Yeah, there is a lag. No, there is a lag with TradingView for sure. You know, you could see it like if you trade, like if I'm trading on NinjaTrader and I have TradingView open, I could see like the candles are acting way different on NinjaTrader, and the price though is right. Like sometimes on TradingView, it looks like you're down, but you'll be up $5 or something, right? Because like the price is moving quicker than the candles on TradingView. Like that's the thing, is like TradingView's candles are kind of behind. The price really isn't. It's just their candles. So like, I know it is a little laggy, but it also calms you down a bit, because like those live ones, like, you know, Top Step and and like on Ninja Trader and Tradeovate, like you feel like you're in a casino. Like the prices and the candles are like pa 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 pa. You know, like here it is a little bit more. You know, you can sit back for a minute. You know, but of course you want the most accurate info. I know, but you know. All right, finish that one. Once I totally finish the rest of this, I think then it's time to call it a night. You know. But let's see. Like I said, I like the buys here too, because I do think price will come up here. But you know, my bias will change as quick as a 5-minute candle. This candle closes below here. Now I'm not expecting price to come back up anymore. So it's, you know, it's, I change my, I'm trading off the 5-minute. I'm going for 10 points or so, right? Like I don't need a big bias. My bias can change all the time because I'm basing my info on recent data, right? I'm not going for like a London high or some big trade. Like, so if I'm trying to get down to here, I'm going to probably zoom out, want to see where else we went, where did we do last time we were there. It's a nice support, right? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going for 50 points. I'm not going for 15 points, but I'm definitely not going for 50, you know? So it's like, I don't need too much data. I don't want to data myself out. Let's see. So if we can get a nice wick fill here, come back down, I'll put a buy stop again. And you know, wicks love to get filled, right? Like, look at all these wicks. Like, every wick gets filled, right? This guy's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. But like, wicks get filled. And right now, you know, it's 10:15. Things are slow. Oh shoot, my lights just turned out. Things are slow. No, Tyler. It's not the internet. It's not your internet. It's just always a little, you know. And on my recordings online, I usually have that sped up because, you know, let's say my trade takes 5 minutes. I don't want to put up a 5-minute video. I speed that up to 1 minute, so it might look more accurate too because it's on like quick speed. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing noises. I don't know if that means something. I don't know if that means I got a message that someone's talking. I mean, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as a team, guys. Okay, nice. We're back in the yellow. Let's see. Let's see what we do here. Are we going to get into another buy? Is that what we're going to do? Let's try it. Let's see if we can catch it. Okay, so let's see if we catch this. Great. If not, we'll probably call it an evening. And if we close below here, I'm also going to cancel the trade. Oops, trying to move this. Okay, it looks like we're getting a little push over here, you know. Told you, these wicks love to get filled. But that's a wick too, right? That's what I'm looking at. So let's see if we get in this. This is almost out. Let's see how much time's left on this candle. Oh, 3 minutes. All right, we'll give it like another minute, or if we kind of start pushing really below here, we'll just cancel it then. Well, what just happened? Dude, I got like this Nightbot thing that's, I don't know what it's doing. Yo, let me just, I don't have any moderators. I'll make you a moderator. Just help me out over here, bro. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I gotta like, how do I fix this guy? Yo, sorry, I don't know. I got this Nightbot thing I gotta cancel. It's adding things or deleting from the chat. Okay, look what's going on here. Right. So I'm gonna cancel this at this point, right? I'm gonna cancel this trade because we're moving down there, right? But this is another reason why I don't put the buy a market buy or a buy limit, right? Because if I just bought when price got in here at 804, I'd be in, 30 points of drawdown right now, right? If I had a buy limit even at the bottom, I would have gotten activated and been in 20 points in drawdown, right? So this is why I do stop orders, So the same, so I pay attention to all that thing. Now, how big is this candle? 850. Okay, it's 30-point candle. Maybe do a little. Yeah, I'm not sure we'll catch anything. I'm not sure we're going to catch anything here. Because, like, at this point with this candle, it's like I got to wait for another closure at least. Wow, look at that. 80. If you guys know Ocala, he's like big on this 80-20 where, like, price reverses or, like, reaches. And I often see, like, reverses really around there. It's pretty cool. Look at that, and there's 20. So look, let me back up as if I would where my okay. So I wouldn't have been activated in that trade, but I'm not taking this, right? Like it, but yeah, 80-20 gang, exactly. Like there's something to it. Like I do use that as a confluence. If I see a lot of wicks rejecting around that, I will totally use that as like seeing if I have an entry there. All right, so we'll give like another 2 minutes into this next candle, and if not, maybe we do this again another night. Do like a little hour a night. How long have I been on? Let's see, reload that. 48 minutes. All right, not bad. All right, here's a wick getting filled maybe, but look, you see how we did respect. We totally respected this close, right? Like we came down, we broke all the way through, and then we came right back up there. So I'm watching, I'm not sold, We'll give it a couple minutes. We'll see if maybe if we fill this wick down, I'd put a buy stop after the wick fill in another minute or so. 15-minute, we don't have much here. Problem with see on the 15, the problem with me putting like a buy limit over here is just this wick, right? So it's like, even if I do think price may reverse, I could see this wick getting filled 80 to 61, right? And I don't want to bet that this is a turnaround, So like, if I was doing my ICT scalping, I would have a buy limit right here at 781. So I'd pretty much have a buy limit at the bottom, right? So I'd be getting into the trade if price hit 781, and I'd be out at pretty much 786 or so, automatically, with it set. Like I would be doing that on NinjaTrader. So let's see. So I'd be in the trade right now. So if you see price hit 786, right? Yeah, about 786 or so right here, I'd be out of the trade, take profit at $100, right? 5 points. But the reason I didn't take it, like I was showing you on the 15, is those wicks down here. I'm afraid these could get filled. So for me, it's not that it would get filled or it will get filled or I think it's for sure going to get filled. It's that it very likely could get filled. So let's just wait for another candle where those wicks aren't there, right? Like, because right now, if I did get into that trade, look at that drawdown. In at 86, and now it's 66, 20 points of drawdown, right? When in reality, I was thinking that we could go down here to the 62 level, which we're heading to. So yeah, no trade for me here. With this closing below, I'd wait for the next candle. If the next candle retests here, I would look for a sell to fill the range all the way back down to 720. That's what I'd be looking for if I was going to stay up trading. Otherwise, if the next candle closes a back up here, I'm down to then come right back up here, because on a bigger time frame, you know, this, although chances are it won't end green. I mean, it could. Look at this candle right here, right? This 915 candle at one point looked worse than this. Look, it was pushing all the way down. Strong red candle, just like that at one point. Look, it looked just like this, and then it closed all the way up and then came back up, right? So it's very possible this candle could still flip, but I just don't want to stay up and wait for that. So hey everybody, anybody, if anybody, I don't even know how to check if anybody's even watching or if I'm just talking to myself. Is there a way I can see? Yeah, it says 3 watching, I guess. Okay, well listen everyone, thanks for coming by. Let's do it again soon. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. And yeah, what I'm looking for at this point is the next candle kind of touch, reconfirm this, respect this resistance now, and then get into a sell stop to come back down here. If we close above, I'd look for the next candle to give a test and then do a buy stop up. So that's my analysis for the evening. Anyway, guys, what else I seen on this? Oh, 80 people? Really? Damn, that's cool. Nice. Okay. Well, I hope everyone had a good time, and let's do it again real soon. You know what I mean? Let's do it again real soon. Have a good night, everyone.